Hello everyone, welcome to the Storyist. Today, I will be sharing with you a story about a police chief officer who catches racist cops in action. Watch until the end of the video to find out what happens next. Ronald is having a perfectly good life. He is the police chief at their small town, and he has a wife so loving and caring that when you look at his life, you would think that Ronald can never really ask for more. Ronald's wife is a good and beautiful woman with a kind heart. She often opens a community pantry within the small town to help those in need. And sometimes, she cooks meals for the poor and never fails to bring food to their neighbors. But behind their little family's happy facade lies two hearts that have been broken twice before. Since Ronald and his beautiful wife got married, all they have ever wished for is to have a child. But unfortunately, destiny seems to be very elusive, and their luck on building a bigger family is nowhere to be found. Ronald's wife got pregnant twice already, but neither of the pregnancies survived. They are so heartbroken, and they may seem happy in photographs, but in reality, they are longing for someone whom they can take care of, someone whom they will love and nurture for the rest of their lives. Despite all the heartache, Ronald is still dedicated to get up each day and go to work, and still perform his best during police operations. Even though the future he and his wife have drawn in their minds is slowly getting erased and blurry, he still believes that all his hard work will someday pay off. And when that happens, he will have a big family to share the success with. One morning, while sitting on his desk, Ronald gets bored inside the police station. Since he is working in a small town, the crime rate is nearly non-existent, and all he does during the day is sit on his desk, review some files over and over again, and watch television. He misses going out on the field. Back when he was younger, and when he was still a new police officer in town, he used to always be assigned on graveyard shifts and everything else that is dangerous enough to get his blood running. He misses those days. So, on a fine, lovely morning, Ronald decides to leave his desk work for a while and roam and patrol the streets, just like how he used to before he became the police chief. He takes his car and starts the engine and starts strolling around the small town. Everyone in town knows Ronald, because aside from it being a small town, he is the police chief after all, and everybody loves his wife. As he is patrolling the roads, he comes across a dark alley where he sees a police car is pulled over. Wondering, Ronald parks behind the police car and quietly walks towards the dark alley. There, he sees two of his policemen harassing a black boy and accusing him of stealing from the nearby convenience store. He does not say a word at first because he is observing what the two police officers are doing. He hears them yelling at the poor boy to give them the payment for the things the boy stole from the store. However, the boy won't admit that the stealing took place at all. "I promise, officers, I bought these. I paid for these," the little black boy insists. He is about 10 years old and his clothes are ripped and dirty. He is apparently homeless, but he is insisting that he paid for the food he picked up from the convenience store. The police officers demand for a receipt as proof of the boy's purchase, but the boy says he has thrown it inside the convenience store's garbage can. The police officers laugh at the boy, call him names about his color, and handcuff him. The handcuffs won't even fit around the boy's tiny wrists, and they are forcing him to come with them. Then, Ronald steps in. "Release the boy, you're hurting him," he says. The two policemen freeze at their spot when they hear their chief's voice. They try to explain to Ronald about what happened. They tell him that they witnessed the boy steal food from the convenience store and that is why they followed him into the dark alley. When Ronald looks at the boy cannot utter a word because of fear. His hands are shaking and cold against the handcuffs. Ronald assures the boy that he will not hurt him. So the boy admits that he really paid for the food he purchased. The boy even promised to show them the receipt at the garbage can. Ronald agrees, but when they are about to go to the convenience store, one of the police officers stops him. "Why would you believe him? He's obviously lying. Where can he get such money to buy food?" says the policeman. Ronald ignores this and continues to walk. But still, the two officers keep on stopping him. "Come on, boss. Why would you believe a black homeless thief?" one of the policemen says. This infuriates Ronald, and he orders the two policemen to go back to the police station, and he will give them necessary punishments for falsely accusing the poor boy because of his color. The two policemen cannot do anything, and they regrettably oblige. At the convenience store, the boy searches for the receipt he threw down the garbage can. After a short while, he finally finds it and shows it to Ronald. He pats the kid's shoulders and offers him with more food. He asks the kid where he got the money to buy food earlier, and the kid replies, "A beautiful lady was shopping here earlier, and when she saw me, she patted my head and offered to buy me food. Ronald immediately realizes who the lady was, and he decides to take the poor boy home. He finds out that the boy roams the streets to scavenge for any food. Before he drives back home, he goes into the police station to meet the 2 police officers, whom he caught in the act harassing a helpless black kid without any reason. He takes their badges away to teach them a lesson, and tells them that they can never get it back until they learn how to respect all people of all colors. A person's skin color is not the basis of concluding if he is guilty or not, Ronald finally says to the police officers and lets them go. He drives the boy back to his home, and when his wife sees the boy, she gets surprised. Turns out, she is the woman who initially helped the boy at the convenience store. Ronald tells her the story of how he met the boy, and as he finishes his narration, the 2 of them share a knowing look. They realize that it may be the universe's way of giving them a child. So, without any second thought, they adopted the black kid, sent him to school, and loved him as their own. After a few months, Ronald goes to his adopted son's school for their family day, and he comes across the 2 policemen he suspended. He is shocked to see that each of them are holding a black kid while taking family pictures. He approaches them and asks who the kids are. The 2 reply that since the incident at the police station, they lived by his words about people's skin color. And both of them adopted a black child. Ronald is so moved by this, and he offers their jobs back. Yet the 2 refuse, saying that they realize they are happier spending time with the kids at home, who turned out to be well-mannered and kind-hearted. You're right, Chief. You cannot judge someone based on his skin color. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you in the next.